Obviously, I think this year, like any other year in the past decade, China is a big thing at Davos. And there's a couple of things that this year might be different from the previous years. One is the context. Basically, this year is the first year after the transfer of the Hu Jintao's leadership to Xi Jinping. And a couple of months ago, the party and the government has already unveiled its next 10 years plan, which indicating a kind of a roadmap about how China is going to further restructure its economy, as well as move on to reform the society and some of the societal matters. So I think delegates at Davos will be keen to listen and to hear from the Chinese leaders. So this year, the Chinese delegation will be led by the foreign minister. And so I think the delegates will be expecting him to articulate China, not only as an economic power, trading power, but also on some other related issues in terms of security, in terms of military. So I think China now, as a concept, as a factor, become more diverse and at Davos. So I think, and also I find some of the delegates which I've talked to this morning, the Chinese delegates, I feel that they're more relaxed than ever before. And previously they've always been treated like stars or celebrities, they're representing the fastest phenomenal growth. But now I think China has moved into a more normal state of affairs, which I think is a good thing. A lot of successful Chinese companies, both state-owned or private operated, I think they have pile of cashes to be ready to be used. And for example, this morning I talked to one of the leading Chinese businesswomen, and Ms. Zhang who heading one of the leading Chinese property companies, Soho China. And she told me that she is not simply sitting tight on the cash that she has, which is amount to be more than 11 billion RMBs. I think people are now, especially after the financial crisis, I think on the one hand they want to move into the globalization, move into the domestic overseas market and acquire assets. On the other hand, they don't really know the overseas market well enough. So I think they want to treat the recovery and also the overseas market with caution. So I think, at the moment, they are undecided.